Hi, my name is Dahlia. On behalf of Mandalay Cards and More, welcome back. Today I'm coming on with a process video of how I created a custom box for a memory album that I was asked to make. My album measures 8 by 8, and I decided that 8 3/8 by 8 3/8 would be ideal. It'll give me 1/8 of an inch on all four sides. So it wouldn't fit snug in a box, but it wouldn't move around a lot and get damaged. Now, if you're wondering about the cardboard that I am using, I actually upcycle the cereal boxes that my children are finished with. And what you saw me doing was making sure all the edges were straight, because when I cut them apart and flatten them for storage, I don't take care in how I cut. So once I straighten out all four edges, then I cut it to 8 3/8 by 8 3/8. Now here I thought I was saving myself some time by cutting both the base and the top, realizing after the fact that my top needs to be slightly bigger so it can fit around the sides of my box. So I'll have to do that again. You did see me measure out the height of my spine, or the width, depending on which way you're looking at it. And my spine was 3 1/8. I decided to go with 3 3/8. And the reason why I did that, one, my album looks a little flat right now because I haven't finished embellishing it on the inside. On top of that, the recipient's going to add pictures, which is going to raise the cover a little more and to leave a little room for the decorative pieces that I'm going to do on the cover. So I opted for 3 3/8 by 8 3/8. And you're going to need 4 of those. There goes the back of that cereal box. You're going to need 4 of those. Another tip would be to cut your box. If you're unsure when you cut your pieces, it's better to cut it a little bigger and trim away than it is to cut too much and then you just wasted the piece. So that's where you saw me measuring and trying it and making sure that it was going to fit. So I grabbed some more of those cereal boxes. And there I go, double checking, making sure that I gave myself enough room, or if I need to trim away. And I grabbed some more of those and smoothed out the edges and cut it down to 3 3/8 by 8 3/8, and cut out the additional 3 pieces that I need. I try to work neatly and keep everything in stacks. It just makes it easier to see what I'm working with. So I cut those 4 pieces, put the measurements down, so when I start cutting these cardstock, I don't have to go back and remeasure, because I don't always remember what I decided. You have all these measurements running in your head and then don't remember exactly the measurement that you decided on. Now the cardstock that I'm using is basic white cardstock. This is 65 pound. It's from Park Lane, which is Joann's brand. And what you see me doing is cutting it down to 8 3/8. And then each piece I'm going to cut at 2 inches. Now I score at 1 inch in, which will give me an inch on the bottom and an inch again on the side. So it won't be too close to the edge and it'll give it enough support. Double checking to make sure. And then I end up cutting 8 of those. Now you'll probably see me and say 4. There I went. But it's really 8. And the reason why, you're going to need it for the outside. And you're also going to need it for the inside to make sure that the box stays sturdy and all the sides stay firm. So once I cut those pieces out, I'm going to double check to make sure that I have all 8 of them. And I think I'm cutting my last one now, but I always like to double check because sometimes you lose track of your numbers. And then we'll move to the hinges on the sides. So those are the bases. And then we're going to do the hinges on the side. Now it's the same concept, except the height of my box is 3 3/8. So each piece will be 3 3/8 by 2 inches, scored at 1 inch. Giving you 1 inch on either side of the pieces for that added reinforcement. Once we are done with that, then we're going to start assembling the box. Now there will be a follow-up video just on that. I don't want the video to be too long because this is a long process. But the assembly of the box sometimes can get a little tricky. So please stay tuned for that. As always, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment field down below. All my contact information is there as well. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you on the next part of this video. Bye.